Hi, welcome back to Lakeside Quilt Making Arts. This is our weekly wrap-up, weekly report, whatever you want to call it. It's just where we talk about what we've done this week, what we're going to be doing, kind of housekeeping things like that. It's just a relaxed time to have a little one-on-one conversation. I want you to know that I've bought a mic so that I can have better audio. So you can expect to see better audio in the future, hopefully. I've secured the website name for this channel, and at some point I'll populate a website so that we can put things up there and share pictures with each other. We'll have a calendar there so you'll know what to expect from week to week, things like that. And just a place for us to keep in touch with each other from between videos. And talking about keeping in touch between videos, some weeks I'll be a little bit more heavier on YouTube and then a little bit lighter on YouTube so that I can also contribute it to social media efforts, Facebook, Instagram, those kinds of things. I'm only one person and I only have so much energy and so much time. This week has been great because there's not been any doctor's appointments. And it's been a winter event, so I've just been hunkered down inside the house. I haven't had any reason to get out whatsoever, and that's been great. My foot's not even stepped outside, not even over the threshold. I didn't want to risk falling. Let me make sure that I covered everything as far as the tips. At some point, I want to create a post office box as well and share that with everybody because I'd like to receive fabric for the comfort and the waiting. The quilts that we're doing to give away, those donation quilts, I want to produce those, but doing one of those a month will start costing more and more, and I might get to where I can do more than one in a month, and that's just an extra cost. So if you would like to contribute towards that, I'll create a post office box so that you guys can send donations there of fabric kits, and it needs to be pre-cuts because number one, cutting is kind of hard on my neck and back and wrists and all the things. So I want to minimize the strain and I need to quickly produce these quilts. So any pre-cuts that you might have, if you'd like to send my way. And I'm not opposed to getting scrap pre-cuts and doing something terribly scrappy. That's just a blend of every shape that we can come up with. That would be fun too. So it doesn't have to be a purchased pre-cut kit. It can be, a box full of your 2.5 inch squares or 2.5 inch squares and half square triangles and something along those lines. But I would like to be able to receive contributions like that. So I'll create a post office box at some point. The other thing that I might be looking for is some social media help. If there's anybody out there who has social media skills, proficiencies, and they're comfortable with it, and you're comfortable with quilting, and you'd like to support this channel, I'd love to talk with you about that so that we can have a more active social media effort so that, we really can help to grow this community as a community. That is the effort. And then the other thing, this is the fun thing, the schedule. So far, what I've been trying to do is a certain flow of the production so that you're seeing videos on Monday of a certain type, Tuesday of a certain type, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And right now I'm thinking I'm just going to be 5 days a week. But like I promised in the introduction video that I talked to you about, I'm limited. Some days, some weeks, and some weeks and weeks and weeks, I'm not able to do things. Now, that's been historically. I've had more than a couple. I've had several big surgeries that's corrected some of my issues, and that's helping me to be able to attempt to do this channel now. But it doesn't mean that I'm without issues. So there may be some weeks where I only get social media efforts done and some TikTok and some shorts done, and that's using footage I already have because I'm laid up restoring my health again. But hopefully I won't have to do that. I'm doing so much better. My last surgery was 6 months ago. Yeah, 6 months ago, earlier this past week. And last Friday, it was 6 months ago. And I've healed so much in just the last month from that. And I had healed tremendously in the months prior to that. I'm not without issues, so that's my caveat, my disclaimer. There may be some inconsistencies to the schedule, but I still want to have a schedule. And that schedule right now, the way is, and I'm going to put that on the website when we get the website created. And over the next couple of days, I'm going to create a graph of this, and I will share that in the next report. So that, and it may share it on social media too, Facebook and Instagram. I want you to be able to see and which kind of video and which content is going to be shown each day of the week, and the flow of that work. So on Mondays, what will we be doing? On Mondays, it will be the Quilt Show's block of the month, Pick a Petal. That's the one that I'm doing by hand. That's when you can see that video published. Then on Tuesday, it's more of a technical video content, whether it's things to do with the studio. I'm putting up the, what do you call that, pegboard, or some new creative way to store my rulers or something like that, or it's exploring some technicality of a new art treatment that I'm exploring for surface design, something along those lines. It'll be Technical Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going back to, this is a Quilt with Me. The Quilt with Me's are primarily going to be for the charity quilts, the donation quilts for comfort in the waiting. Hashtag, you got it, Avery Quilts. I'm going to put that as a tattoo right up here so everybody can see it. So I want everyone to be thinking hashtag Avery Quilts. I want everyone to be thinking that, because we need to get a lot of quilts out there to the pediatric patients who are on a transplant waiting list. There's nothing like the comfort of a cotton quilt, and who better to send that to than patients, children who are in a state of suffering. There's a lot of styles of suffering, but this is just one area. I can't comfort the entire world, and I can't even comfort the entire world of patients on a waiting list, but I can make a dent, and that's what I intend to do. I will be talking with a couple that has some connections in this area. I don't know when I'll do that. I'll probably wait a few more weeks and contact them. I want to have a short stack of these quilts in hand so that they know I'm serious about this before I talk to them. I'm hoping that they will be informed enough that they can instruct me on how to go about getting these quilts into the hands of the pediatric patients. And if I have to create a nonprofit, I'm hoping they'll help me do that. If not, I'll go and find somebody else who will help me do that. It's a large endeavor, but it's something I want to continue to do over time. So that's Wednesday. Wednesday is a comfort in the waiting. You may see me abbreviate that at some point as CITW, along with the hashtag Avery Quilts. And then on Thursday, what's Thursday? Thursday is what I'm considering my pet project day. And that's, right now, that's my Mars quilt. That's the Happy Valley 2.0 that I will be releasing that video today. So when you're seeing this one, it's Friday, so it will be the day before. It'll be Thursdays. That's a fun quilt for me, and I'm considering that a pet project, and I want to push it forward sequentially each week, be doing something on that. I want to get that in the hands of my great nephew, Liam. He's a sweetheart, and he's been waiting for this, I think it's since September, maybe? Yeah, since September. He doesn't understand why it's taking so long, because, it has been a little while, and there's been a lot of things to get in the way. Along with my dog's surgery, there's always something, isn't there? Then on Friday will be these reports. So that's our week, that's our flow. And then there will be a flow week of how those videos look from week 1 and week 2 and week 3 and week 4. If I have a schedule like that, then I can wake up and I know what I'm doing, and I don't have to reconfigure, replan, and come up with a new concept of what might be interesting today. We might do a series of different topics over time too, and let those be on our Tuesdays, or even add one on a Saturday or Sunday, as long as it's an easy production. I will do what I can when I can, because I'm enjoying this so much. I love this craft. I used to, this artwork I did, and these are acrylics, these 2 cows and this one here. You see if I can point the right way, that one. And they're fun, and I have them up because they're fun and there's lots of energy to them. I enjoyed creating them. This one in the frame is an oil that I did as a teenager, and I have several oils that I did that I enjoyed doing tremendously as a teenager. and then didn't do it for a while I was raising my children. But there was such a creative outlet for me. I enjoyed it so much. And I felt like I could get right back into that level of quality. It would take a little bit because I'm rusty, but I felt like it would be a short learning curve. And I don't mean that bragging at all. I just mean that's a state of comfort for me. There are plenty of artists, oil painting, watercolor especially, acrylic painting, that are just far superior to me. So that was not a bragging statement. But I just think that my learning curve there would be short relative to what it is in the textile industry. In this world of fabrics and threads and sewing and layering all these textures, there's just so much to explore for me. It is so intriguing. And I know that what I'm producing right now is not what I see in my head of what I want to be producing, but I have to learn some skill sets first. And hopefully I can get there, I can get to where I'm producing the quality of art that I want to be producing. But first things first, we get out what we can do. We learn while we're doing it. So you'll see me in the Quilt With Me videos. I'm overthinking everything. Why am I doing that? So that I can practice learning of how to see and how to think through these projects. I'll think about the nuances of things that I should be overlooking if I want to be producing quickly. All right, you're just gonna have to have patience with me. Where I can, I'll have grace for you and I will speed up those things, or I will even take them out of the video. But that's gonna be my journey. I'm here to learn and to grow and develop so that I can get on to doing better, and not better, but to get on to doing more interesting and more developed pieces. Right now, this is where we are, and I'm enjoying it immensely. Thank you for being here with me. We'll see you next Friday for the next weekly report. Hang in there, and I hope you're staying warm. Thanks for being here with me. We'll see you soon. Bye.